most will go kick in. You're going to be like, yep. Talking itch like Tasha.
Look, so thank y'all for checking in now. So, starting off, just getting started. So is it wrong for me to just jump out there without like really like jumping in right now without really having a full blueprint down?
I wouldn't say it's wrong, but you want to have everything in order before you go to a station and a sponsor. You want to have the name of your show copywritten. The name.
I should have it copywritten?
Yep. Or at least assume name.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that because
the DBA for it?
Yep.
Okay.
You can do that. You can do that downtown. You can do it online.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah. So you want to do that just in case you tell somebody the name of your show, and then they snatch it from you. Because that has been done before.
Well, I mean, when a couple of years ago, I had a thought of my show for What Up Though.
Mm.
And then Bushman. I'm like, he was in my head.
Yep.
He got it.
Then of course, you know, that's a Detroit figure of speech too. So it would be hard to, you know, you try to copyright that. But that was a dope name for a show.
Yeah, he grabbed the name. He got it. He wanted it. So they said just when you think, as soon as you think of it, 10 other people have thought it too.
Yeah.
So I'm needing to confirm a name.
Yeah. Confirm a name for the show. Get at least assume, you know, and then, because of course assume protects you within the state of Michigan. So if you go and get a copyright, that protects you, period, around the country, the world, or whatever. Once you do that, how you want to do the show, you can write that on your blueprint also as well. And the only time
you say to do the show, you mean like the layout?
The way you produce the show, put it like that. Yeah, yep,
so
your layout.
So when you say produce the show, you mean in how I want to set?
Yeah, how the way you want your production. I can say it like that. Okay. How you want your production. You don't explain that to people unless they are willing to assist you with financial backing.
Okay.
You know, so that, like, for instance, RJ wants to know how you gonna do it. Let him know, like, okay, I want it like this, I want it like this, I want to look like this. Can you help me out with that? Now, versus you just taking it somewhere else, YouTube, you know, all you gotta do is just send them, you know, the show, and you on from there. You know. So
do you think bi-weekly would be a good idea, or should I shoot for weekly?
I would shoot for bi-weekly first, just to get it going. Then once it grows, then go weekly with it. The reason why I say that is because of the schedule time, you know, the booking of people. So if they can't meet up with the day that you need, so now you're like, well, now I can't produce my show. So now you're trying to find somebody, you know, within that week that's going to be stressful for you to produce a show every week. So when you do it bi-weekly, you got a 1 week to get somebody locked in and loaded on that day. So once you got it on that day, you good. But if somehow, some way they can't do it, you got a backup plan. So you always have a backup plan. Always have a plan B in television and also as radio.
Oh yeah, I'm learning that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yep.
So like I can't let up off of this January 1st. So how do you feel about me wanting to come with something on January 1st?
January 1st will be your pilot episode. Pilot episode is like your very first, like that's your baby. You know, you put your all into your pilot episode. Whether you do it live or you pre-record it, that's your first episode. However you put that blueprint down, that's what you gotta do in that first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my first, can you help me in guiding through the blueprint, and then we'll go over later off camera, so y'all want to see what kind of bonus savings I get.
Yeah.
But
she gotta use her coupon.
kind of like detail it out so that I can be able to get a budget in my mind, cost and how I be able to flow.
Most definitely. I can help you get the budget and help you get the set design that you will need. So that way you won't have to spend as much, but you still gonna look good. You know, if that makes sense. You know, you can make some blinds look good. They're balling on a budget. Everybody do it now, because back in the day, ain't gonna hold you up. Everybody had that Pegasus money. So Pegasus, that was the store where they had all the lights and, you know, the glittery wall and all that stuff, man. People didn't have that then. You had to be a big time person then. But nowadays, you can get so much stuff on Amazon, Dollar Tree, stuff like that. But it may sound that way, but it's all about how the way you put it together. That's what I was taught. And big shout outs to RJ. I was taught that you make your set look like money, regardless of where you get it from. You can get it from the corner store, but if you put it together to make it look like money, they'll never know. Long enough your lights are good, they can hear you good, they can see you good, you good from there. Yeah, long enough you got good cameras, lighting, all of this stuff nowadays is so easy to get now at a lower price. I'm not gonna say cheap, a lower price now. You know, you got ring lights and you got all these other like construction lights that now you don't need. You could just use like a regular LED lights. You can put one there, put one here, put one here. That way it's lit up nice and everybody can see you. You know, so it's lights that you need, you know, and then your audio wise. Like I said, Amazon the first place to go for it. If you don't want to drive all the way to where we go called Guitar Center, that's like all the DJ stuff and audio stuff. You know, if you want to go there, you can too. Okay. For your mics and the mic stands and stuff like that. But Amazon will get you together.
All right. So based off of what we've discussed and I've shared with you so far, what would you suggest my day look like for production on January the 1st with me having 3 potential interviewees? Okay. You want to pre-record your first show. Reason why I say that is because it's your baby, and you don't want so much stress on you when it's live. Live and pre-recorded are 2 different things. The reason why I said it is because live, you have to be on point. It's one take. So it's not like when you say something, you're like, oh, we gotta do that again. You can't. Once you mess up, you gotta keep it flowing. Then once you ready to take a break, that person gotta come on. You gotta hurry up. You gotta come on, you gotta sit down, stuff like that. Versus pre-record, take a minute, set up the way you want it set up. And all you doing is just hitting record. Stop record. But when you go live, it's one take, one flow. I feel like your first episode, you should do it pre-record. Once you get comfortable, then do it live. Okay. You know, because people, it depends on how you feel in front of that camera. I don't want to scare you, but what I learned, that little eyeball, behind that eyeball, you can have millions of people watching. And one mistake, you see how most social media is now, they'll take it, run with it. So pre-record is tight, it's a smooth transition. Once you comfortable, like, okay, we can do it live. All right, bet. You know how to do it live, boom, good. I will pre-record that first show. Okay. Yeah. So on the first show, we got the location, the location set up. I'm praying that I would have between 18 to 20 people on set. Now, one concern that I have had is like in search of a location, which I do have my official location solid, but I am going to use this location where we shoot at for the first episode, just because I paid for it already.
Right.
But I've been having a concern on my heart is because of where it's located. What do you think about that? Being that it's in a facility where they sell marijuana.
It's a dispensary.
But, I guess that's what you would
Okay, yeah.
But they got a nice little setup in the back.
In the back.
You know, it's perfect for what it is that I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And
are you able?
The price was right.
Right. Are you able to bring in your crew as well as your set in the back?
He said whatever I need. Yeah.
Right. So you're not going into the front of the store. You can go in the back, basically where everything is set up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can do that, you know, it shouldn't be a problem. Long enough they're not going through the front of the dispensary. You got to go to the back of the back room. If he has an entrance in the back for them to come straight through,
come right to
they go straight there. You good, and you set up there. It shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter at all. You get your 18 people. That's like, you call that what? I wouldn't call that talent. I guess you would call them like extras because they're on the set. You know, yes, your studio audience. So you sit your studio audience there and you make sure you have your guests and you do your show. You want to do your show like it is live. You do want to do that, you know. But at the same time, if you do mess up, you know, you can edit it, go back to it, you know. But you do want to treat a pre-recorded show like it's live, but at the same time, just let it flow. Just like a live show, well, let it flow. Yeah.
So I have it set for January 1st from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So I need you to check your calendar to make sure you're cool with that shooting. And in that's
a long show.
I mean, we gotta get food.
I'm messing with you, yeah.
One, you know, it's
like, I need B-roll, I need C-roll.
Some of them gonna be smoking.
Oh my God, it's about to be a whole show.
But I
Fly444.
I wanted in the mix of that. I'm trying to like figure out how the flow of the conversation to go with me having those 3 people that I've contacted to be my interviewees.
Right. And always do your background on every person that you do the interview with.
When you say
background is like, you want to know what they have accomplished, you know, the past and in the present. Okay. Like, say for instance, if I do it all the time with the people that I interview. So I did one with Dennis Reed. A lot of people are starting to know who Dennis Reed is. He's a director of a lot of the movies on Tubi. Okay. You know, First Ladies 1, 2, and 3. You know, and then he has an umbrella to where the people that was in his movies and still are, they're directing their own. Okay. So I learned that by watching his Instagram. You know, and then, you know, you can Google people and you can see stuff, you know. So when I started off the show, you know, I say my next guest is, you know, the hottest director in the city of Detroit. He has produced this movie, produced that movie, this and that, and here's a clip of the new movie, like that. So you want to know your guests and then let them know that you did your homework on them versus, all right, who are you? Because I done seen people, like, I done direct some shows, and I'm like, you ain't even looking at him. You don't even care. You just be like, yeah, so you did a new movie? Yeah. So you don't never want to be that person. You want to lock into them like this. You know, let them know that you are interested, that you are in this. You know, versus just, yeah, so you told me that you wrote a book. You like, I ain't write no book, I was booked. I was booked to go to jail. Like, oh, my bad, dog. Just, you know, just giving you insiders on stuff. Like, you want to be locked in, you know. It's cool to laugh and joke with these people, but let them know that you are serious about their craft.
Family.
Yeah.
They family. And so one of them, she's actually, her husband is into writing scripts for movies and documentaries, and even, I guess, ghostwriting.
Ghostwriting. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be interviewing them.
Mm-hmm. That sounds cool.
But about me. For my documentary.
Gotcha.
So we tying into, so I'm trying to get to staying in high energy, positive, but really putting a light on trials and tribulations, struggles, through to help parents become more aware of what they do.
Gotcha. Okay. So, like you say, everything leads up to your documentary. It's merging into that. I got you. Now, this is what I want you to do. For as far as your documentary, whatever you're calling that, copyright that. You get you a company, you LLC that. So that way, everything that you do, if somebody got a problem, that limited liability covers you.
Okay, so now I'm thinking, so, because my Fly444, it's like, this is what it's all about. My Fly, first love you.
Right.
It's a press for first love you.
Right.
And I say that because
Excuse me.
I've been out here where I've been loving on everybody. Like I love on everybody. Like I'm always giving. I always put people before me.
Yeah.
And so now I've had a lot of falling out with people.
Yeah.
And so these last few months I've come to realize why am I falling out with people? I'm angry. And now I find I can only be angry at myself. Because I have to stop and really take a look at what reality is and accept it.
Accept it.
To where I'm angry is because I'm buying love.
Gotcha.
Now I'm buying love, and then now I'm expecting. They say do not do anything without expectation. Well, I'm doing it with expectation that what I do for you, you're gonna do for me.
Right.
And then when you don't reciprocate what I've been doing for you, now I'm angry. And here's the fallout.
Gotcha.
So where if I operated with the reality, I already know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Who's there and who's not there. Who's there for what. You can clearly see. So the Fly444 has been, it is an LLC. And that's like my parent, I'm looking at that as my parent company.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And everything else comes up under it. I was told that I can do a DBA.
Yeah, you can do a DBA. To attach it to your LLC. Yep. So you can do that. So your talk show, and you can do your podcast. Anything that you do, you can DBA it under your Fly444.
Yeah. So now I just need to come up with a name for the podcast.
You need a name for the TV show. Yep. Because your TV show, and your TV show and your podcast gotta be two different things. Yeah, because like this could be how you sitting here. This could be a TV show, or if you have mics like in front of us, that's a podcast.
Okay.
You know, but where we come from, we seen stuff. The mics clipped on and everything. It was a talk show. You know, that's why I was like, that's the big difference. Of, you know, like, oh, I'm about to make a podcast. All right, cool. First thing they do, put the mic, boom, right here. So yeah, it is a podcast versus how we're doing our shows. You may have a mic here, you know. It depends on how you want to label your show, basically. I'm telling you to, you know, just to make it like a TV show because you're going to have a viewing audience. You know, you could have the mic clipped on to you, knowing you as well as your guests. You know, I feel like that's more professional. That's more of a professional look. That's what I've always seen. You know, I'm not dissing the mics in front of the camera, you know, in front of the desk and stuff like that. You know, whatever your budget is. You know, because some people break these. Real talk. But if
are those clips, camera clips expensive?
no, you could like I said, Amazon you can find. You know, they have like a 2-pack. You know what you can, you know, for you and your guests.
Okay.
You know,
what are they called?
They're called lavalier mics. Lavalier. Yep.
Lavalier.
Yep. Yep. And see, like some people will have, like, you know, the mics in front of them because some people really don't know how to actually use these. Like, they will put them on, they forget that they have them on, so it'll break off. I've seen it. You know, so now where they're cordless, so you have a pack on you, and you know the cord, you know, going to you versus you got all this cord going from here to the board.
I want to do a travel session, like a vacation goal for me. Like, I got big old goals where they follow us around for a whole week of filming, you know.
That sounds dope. They got the little camera, the little mics about this big, and there's 2 of them, and then the transmitter. The transmitter goes on the bottom of the phones, and you can connect them like that.
Okay.
You can do your show like that. That's what I'm saying. It's so many ways. This device here is so dangerous. Like, I've seen people shoot music videos with it. I've shot a commercial. I shot my brother rapping at the shop on mine, and they thinking that I'd have the big camera, and I'm like, no, I just cut my camera on because he's freestyle. But I'd have done that with a camera, and I'd have shot a commercial with mine. So that's why I'm saying you can do your podcast just on that. Okay. All you gotta do is hook your cordless mics into your the bottom of the phone, and your audio is right there, crystal clear.
Yeah, that's how I
actually go get it together.
My Uncle Ray, shout out to Uncle Ray. He shoots videos for artists out in California. He's done a couple of videos on his iPhone before they bought all their good expensive equipment. So I invested in that phone actually because last year I was still with an i6. That's an i12, but I had an i6 and it was cracked on up. He was like, "No,
because
roasted me so bad." I put it on.
Because the phones that we have now, like the 11, 12, 13s, they have the software built into it. So once we hit record, like how you got it now, 4K. So 4K, when you play it back, it's crystal clear. You know, when you edit it back, they don't know the difference. You know, they're gonna look at it like they think you had a big camera. They call it DSLRs. Okay. They'll think you had a DSLR, but the whole time you filming it off of your phone. Okay. So that saves a lot of money if you don't have the budget to get the camera to do this. Do it right there on your phone. Until you grow, then you get your stuff. I would, when you do your podcast, I would use that.
Okay.
Yep.
Right on, then. So I can start working my podcast, because really, technically for right now, I could start working my podcast really technically on January 1st.
Yeah. Yep. All you gotta do is
on January 1st, we can do the pre-record for my television show to be aired at a later date after the editing and all the trimmings is taken care of.
Basically, we call pilot shows like a test run, so just to see your do's and don'ts, like, okay, we can do this again, we don't do that no more, like that. And with you want to do the show that way, I think you could zoom in and stuff like that. Like, if you have a camera person, they could operate it, if you switch the camera around, basically. They could be your camera operator, could zoom in and stuff like that. If you got enough footage, if you got enough, iCloud storage, because you can't put no card in your phone, so your stuff fill up.
I paid for the 1 gig or 1 tree something.
You got a terabyte there, boy. You ready?
So,
terabyte. You gangster.
When I travel, I be taking the pictures and the videos.
Yeah.
And they used to be like,
you need that.
Stop you as soon as you're about to get some good footage. You can't film because you don't have no more storage. So.
Exactly. Cause when I did a commercial for my homeboy. He got a car wash off 8 Mile, and he was like, "What, you forgot your cameraman?" And I was like, "Nah." I said, "Low key, I just want to see how this work on my phone." He like, straight up. I'm like, "Yeah." I gotta show you the commercial when I did it. And when I did it, it was dope. He was like, "Oh, straight up." I'm like, "Yeah." All I had to do was just put it in my system, chop it up like I normally do, versus me bringing my big camera out. I just used my iPhone.
Okay.
Just went around and I put on the same thing you did. I put on 4K and made it, smoother look. And I did it just like that, because now I think it's what, the 13s and the 18s or whatever, you can make it more cinematic.
Okay.
But how the way we doing it now, yeah, this is perfect. I would be surprised if a lot of people are using their phones. I just did a TV show, shout out to Sean P. They used the iPhones there.
Okay.
It was like every camera that they had was an iPhone, and it was connected to their software.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that saves money.
So they was able to pull from all the camera phones.
Yep.
Wow.
Trying to tell you, you can get you. Yeah, you can get you some iPhones.
Y'all hear that, Fly444? We need to be booking, putting together some itineraries, traveling together. We don't need them. We can travel together as a team of travel agents. Set up our little tripods, get group footage, or we can shoot each other. And compile and create our own marketing products.
That's all you gotta do. It's like you will be amazed how many people is at Michael's, so many people at Dollar Tree creating sets.
Wow.
And you go on YouTube, you can see people building stuff. I'm just looking at people like, you
YouTube
really doing this?
Else.
Yeah. And once they put their stuff together, you would think they didn't spend thousands of dollars on a set. And this lady ain't spent no more than about $20. Because she done put some stuff together and made it look like some $1 million stuff. Like I said, the Ring apps, they LED. So LED lights are more brighter than, they're bright, but they don't hold as much heat like a halogen light.
Okay.
That's like the lights that hang up in the studio. That's them big bright lights. But now they taking them and they're using they used to burn people up on the set of the new dance show. For real. And now that everybody uses LED, you don't get that much heat now. But it's so many LED lights. Like how you got it here, you could hook you up a couple ring lights. Never know. No, and you got your set up, so you can do your podcast. Like I say, you can get the mics that clip on you, and then connect to your iPhone, and you got crystal clear sound. Versus wild, like how this is, it'll be crystal clear, like a straight up. You're doing a real actual production. You are doing a production, but it's not wild.
Okay.
It's direct. That's what I meant to say.
Wow.
Yeah, wild is like this. That's what we gonna call this. Ronnie goes wild.
So I'm looking good for January 1st, and no worries, and I probably could have those that's coming together with me because we're coming together on a feast. I asked them all to bring a dish.
Okay.
So it's like a potluck style cafe community conversation that matters.
Right.
And I have it set up on my Fly444 Facebook page.
Oh shoot!
To go live on that day because I actually have it as a paid event. Did you know you can do that on Facebook now? So that's how I have it. Just testing it out, see who wants to support me. I think I probably got it set for $9.99.
Ooh wee!
And I have a little gift that I'm working on to go that you'll be able to download a digital gift.
That's dope.
So yeah, to test it out and see.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So we'll be live that day, filming the pre-record.
Right. Basically, you're doing a live TV tape. Yeah. So you want to do
No. I'm doing a pre-recorded TV show.
Yeah.
But I'll be streaming.
Oh, you streaming it live with a different device.
That behind the scenes type thing.
Got you. Okay, I got you.
So
Okay. Yes, that sounds excellent.
So at this point, we're gonna go off camera so I can get some ideas of my cost.
For sure.
Thank
She needs
you
to know her
guys.
budget. About to get her together right quick, y'all.